Today's demonstration being flown by Pilot Lieutenant Ted Steelman, call sign Bunza, from Star, Idaho, and Weapons System Officer Lieutenant John Dupree, call sign Cosmo, from Mount Shasta, California. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll just look out to the runway there, we want to just mention to you that the Super Hornet will be spooling up those GE F414 turbofan engines, and after a brief systems check, Bunza will release the brakes, allowing the engine's 42,000 pounds of thrust to accelerate the aircraft to its takeoff speed of 120 miles per hour. And on takeoff, Bunza and Cosmo will perform a dirty roll while they're retracting the landing gear and continue over the top in a half Cuban 8 maneuver. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Navy FA-18F Super Hornet. Outstanding pitch authority as the aircraft rolls upright and performs in a quick nose-up maneuver, followed by a quick pushover. The Super Hornet is unique in its ability slow airspeed. The Super Hornet's engines produce over 42,000 pounds of thrust in full afterburner. This allows the aircraft to sustain 8 times the force of gravity in a tight turn. Whether in a dogfight or avoiding surface-to-air missiles, the ability of the Super Hornet to turn in a very tight space gives it a tremendous tactical advantage. From the left, ladies and gentlemen, Bunza and Cosmo. Pulling the stick into their lap in the Super Hornet minimum radius turn. Demonstrating the use of speed to surprise the enemy. You may notice the white vapor coming off the Super Hornet, indicating it's close to the speed of sound. And we'll pull the canopy in towards the crowd. The aircraft very rapidly swaps ends and is pointed right back down towards Earth. The aircraft is now setting up for a maneuver known as the square loop. Selecting afterburner as the jet approaches show center, Bunza will rapidly reposition the nose 4 times while flying a square path through the sky. hovering at about 2,800 feet, Bunza and Cosmo will execute a loaded roll to complete this maneuver. The aircraft to 450 knots at a height of 500 feet. Approaching show center, he'll roll the aircraft inverted and reduce power to idle. It's called the inverted whisper pass. Plane flying at less than 100 miles per hour. Goes through show center, Cosmo will call for afterburners, and you'll see the Super Hornet perform a split S, demonstrating the aircraft's ability to quickly accelerate and dominate the sky. Until his or her aircraft is back aboard its floating home. The approach to the carrier is often the most dangerous part of the naval aviator's mission. Landing an aircraft at 130 miles per hour and a few hundred feet of moving ship is extremely challenging and a matter of great pride. Fly these machines. So please join Bunza and Cosmo in acknowledging the maintenance crew here that supported a great Super Hornet demonstration. They are Aviation Electronics Technician Jim Morrison and Airman Carlos Orga. On behalf of the United States Navy, we thank you for allowing them to demonstrate the FA-18 Super Hornet.